Hello everybody and welcome to my festive edition of the videos. It's a time of festive and big gatherings, families, friends. What Christmas and New Year's all about is pot roasts and gammons and turkeys and chickens. But what we're going to focus today on is just the one and twos. You know, if you've got a couple of folks you want to surprise with something, or if you want to do something just small for yourself, well, that's what we're going to focus on. So today we're doing peppered fillets and peppered T-bones. So I'm going to start with the peppered T-bone. This is a huge T-bone. It's something like 800-900 grams here. So what we're going to do is just gently put it in a bit of olive oil, just so that the black pepper will be able to stick to it. And let me just get the black pepper here. And all you do is dip it in the black pepper like so, so that it gets and it forms a crust on the outside. And when you can't get into the crevices there, all you've got to do is take a little bit and pop them in there like that. Here as well on the outsides. Great, I think job well done. So at the end it's gonna look like that, all crusted on the outside with coarse black pepper. I'll put this back here. So what you can also do for serving suggestions is obviously just your salad goes nicely with that, chips, potato wedges also goes well, or else you can go the traditional route and do some steamed veggies with a side dish of rice. Okay, so that's your T-bone. Now we're going to start with the fillet. What we're going to do here is take the skin off the fillet. It's a very tiny, thin layer of skin, and what you do is you start. Oh, I think my knife needs a bit of sharpening. Let me just get a steel here quick. While I'm at it, I'm going to do this one too. That should be fine. So this is the head. This is the head. It's actually just a short fillet, but the long fillets would be your head here, and then it goes all the way down and it tapers into a very thin, small part. So call that the tail and this the head. So you start from the tail side and you work your way to the head, and that just makes the skin come off a lot easier. If you work to the opposite direction, you'll see that you start peeling off a lot more meat, and you don't want that because fillets are very expensive. So while I'm doing this, I just want to tell you a quick story and this will be again on the T-bone side of things. I was down at the coast one year, also over this festive season, and I went to Zululand Yacht Club down at Richards Bay, down at the coast while I was there. And I was walking around, obviously looking. Now I was getting hungry. I was looking for a place to eat lunch, and I came across this board, and on the board it said T-bone, chips and salad for X amount. And then the fine print in the bottom said, if you can finish the 1 kilogram T-bone, the chips and the salad, you'll get it on the house, free of charge. So I didn't take that. I was just wondering, how many people actually do get to finish that meal and get it for free, because I'm looking at this T-bone here and it is humongous. It is really a big T-bone. But then again, it doesn't have to be just for one person. You can share it. The best thing about the T-bone, it has the best of both worlds. It has the sirloin part, which is very tender as well, and then it has the fillet part, which is extra super tender. So if you have a Mrs. and a Mr., well, the Mr. can have the sirloin, which is a bigger, and the Mrs. can have the fillet, which is a bit smaller. So nothing goes to waste. You just take it off the bone there and there as well, and on the back part there, and after it's done, you share it. So it really is also a very nice, versatile piece of meat. I'm nearly done, nearly done. So what we're going to do is try and keep everything uniform and the same size. So this part here, I'm going to take off. And once again, we're not going to discard it. What I'm going to do with this is actually make sausages, fillet sausages. So there we go. That's quite even. And what we're going to do is cut it into nice size, about 2 fingers. 2 fingers is decent. And you can do this shallow fry. You can do it on a frying pan. You can do it on a grill. You can also do it on the braai or on the barbecue. 2 fingers, nice thickness, and then once again, just do them a few minutes aside, and you've got a medium rare. Just trim that end bit. Great. There we go. So once again, what we're going to do is just gently rub it in the olive oil, and then onto the black peppercorns. A lot of people will pepper the big surface of the meat, but it's just overpowering. Rather just do the sides, and you still get that very nice peppery taste to the meat. I'd say just the sides is fine. A lot of people do the whole surface. It's too overpowering. Don't do the whole surface. It's just way too much pepper. So like this, you've got a nice thick fillet, and it's peppered all around. Just going to put that on there. Same with these ones. And all that I'll be using, let me just bring it out so you can see, is crushed coarse black peppercorns. And all you're doing is you're rolling it all over, just the edges of it. There we go. Beautiful product. Fit for a king. Give that a swirl. And once again, we're going to do this one. There we go. I really like that bit about the his and hers. You know, a lot of people think, oh, what am I going to do with such a thick and big T-bone? Well, like I said, easy enough. You just take the fillet part out, and you take the sirloin part out, and you share it. One is a his and one is a hers. So the smaller one for the madam, and the bigger part, which is the sirloin, for you, and everybody's happy. And obviously the Rottweiler too. You know, he gets that juicy big bone. So he's also not going to argue with you. And we're almost done. This is the last one. A little bit smaller side, but that's the end bit. You can still get something out of it. There we go. Great stuff. So we got 2, 4, 5 out of that. And now what we're going to do is cut the rest of that fillet into cubes so we can make sausages out of it, and we are going to marinate it in a beer sauce. Being the festive season and all, beer's going down well, so you may as well make a nice beer sauce with that. And I'm going to give you that recipe very shortly. Let me just get the sticks here and skewer them quickly. I'm putting about 4 on a stick, on a skewer. Remember also, fillet is very bland. There's no fat to fillet. So what you can do when you're doing, let's say, this sausages, is you can roll it in bacon. Get a nice packet of streaky bacon, and as we did in the previous videos where we did a chicken bacon sausage, you do the same thing here. You make it a fillet bacon sausage. So you roll the fillet in the bacon, and then you'll put it through the stick. Nice variety. Pork and beef goes down very well. And I think I can do one more. Let's do it like this. And once again, with these, I'm going to let them soak overnight so that I can prepare it tomorrow morning sometime. There we go. So I'm going to leave those 3 there. Just spread them a bit apart. And now we're going to start with the sauce. What we're going to do is take plus minus half a beer, 200 mils, maybe a little bit more than half a beer, a little bit more. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to have this one for later, definitely. I'm going to polish that. Seeing, as I said, it's the festive season. Then we're going to put a bit of barbecue spice. I'm looking at about 20 grams or so. Barbecue spice. And 10 grams of paprika. And then a coarse chili powder and the coarse chili itself. And we're going to mix that there together. I'm going to take just sorry, it is quite a potent little mixture. And what you can also do, just to thicken it a little bit, just add about 100 mils or so of olive oil. And I'm actually going to take the rest of that here. So we're going to put that bit of olive oil in here. And we're going to swirl it around some more. Very nice. And then I'm going to throw it all over the meat and let it soak. Great stuff. Right. And one more thing, if you do want to do this on the brine, you can make a fillet sausage out of it, bigger sausage, which we call the espetada. So what you do is you take the fillet and you put it through the stick. Once again, leaving just a little bit on the end so that you have got space to work with it. And here we've left it plain, just with the pepper. But if you feel like you need to add maybe a bit of salt in it, just sprinkle gently, because it has got quite a bit of a peppery taste to it. It's going to have a lot of pepper spice to it. And we're nearly done. One more. And there we go. So your espetada, fillet espetada, will look like that. Really very, very nice on the braai. So what you're going to do is a few minutes aside. So you'll do it a few minutes like that, and then you'll turn it onto its faces like that, another few more minutes, and then you can do it again a few more minutes like that. That's the nice thing about cutting them this thick. They can stand alone like that. You know, it's not going to fall over. And then lastly, you do it on the fourth side, also another few more minutes, just a couple of minutes each side, and you've got a medium rare fillet. Once you see the blood starting to come to the top, you know it's going to be ready. You can turn it to the other side. If you want it well done, or a little bit more well done, just do the same thing. Rotate them all sides just for another few more minutes, and then you know you're going to have a well done espetada. So my last thing I'm going to do here, just a little bit of creativity, being, like I said, the festive season. Just gonna decorate my T-bone. So I'm giving it a bit of a festive look. Voila. Christmas tree a la T-bone. Well, everybody, thank you for watching. Look out for other videos that I will be posting, and have fun making these lovely edibles for the Christmas season. And all else I can say is Happy New Year, and may it be an exceptional one with prosperity and health. Cheerio for now. Bottoms up.